technology. Mambo mengine naeleza labda hatutaweza kusoma kwa sababu ya wakati. Lafanya tu kueleza, tuko pamoja. Lakini utakapokuwa ukisoma yale maandiko nimekupatia, utakuwa unapata ile flow ya ile picha vile ambavyo umesikia nikisema. Tuko pamoja. Hebu kwanza tusomee Wathesalonike wa pili. Hata kama kwingine hatutasoma, lakini hebu tuguse hiyo Wathesalonike wa pili. Hiyo 2:1 mpaka 12. Hebu soma.
Wathesalonike wa pili 2:1 hadi 10. Basi ndugu, tunakusihini kwa habari ya kuja kwake Bwana wetu Yesu Kristo.
Ndugu, tunakusihini kwa habari ya kuja kwake Bwana wetu Yesu Kristo. Ndio?
Na kukusanyika kwetu mbele zake. Kwamba msifadhaishwe upesi hata kuiacha nia yenu.
Msifadhaishwe upesi hata kuiacha nia yenu,
Wala msistushwe kwa roho wala kwa neno wala kwa waraka unaodhaniwa kuwa ni wetu.
Wala msistushwe kwa roho wala kwa waraka unaodhaniwa ni wetu,
Kana kwamba siku ya Bwana imekwisha kuwapo.
Kana kwamba siku ya Bwana ilikwisha kuwa na ikapita,
Mtu awaye yote asiwadanganye kwa njia yoyote.
Mtu awaye yote asiwadanganye ya kwamba mambo iliisha na ukifa ni basi,
Maana haiji isipokuja kwanza ule ukengeufu.
Maana haiji hiyo siku ya Bwana kabla ukengeufu, yani uovu, uasi.
Akafunuliwa yule mtu wa kuasi.
Afunuliwe yule mtu wa kuasi. Yule mtu wa kuasi ni nani?
Mwana wa uharibifu,
Kristo, the beast. Tuko pamoja?
Mstari wa 4. Yule mpingamizi ajiinuaye nafsi yake juu ya kila kiitwacho Mungu,
anayejiinua nafsi yake juu ya kila kiitwacho Mungu
ama kuabudiwa, hata yeye mwenyewe kuketi katika hekalu la Mungu, akijionyesha nafsi yake kana kwamba yeye ndiye Mungu.
Yeye ataketi mpaka kwenye nini? Kwenye hekalu. What does it mean? Ataketiji kwenye hekalu. Wahubiri watapokea microchip. Wamemleta hawajamleta?
Pigeni makofi.
Tuanze kuwa watu ambao si corrupt na kusaidia hata serikali.
Daima mimi Mkenya, mwananchi mzalendo.
Praise God. Praise God. Let us package a worthy offering unto the Lord. Thank God for giving you that privilege. A lot of people are in prison today for a crime you know nothing about. For you are here free. Walk freely from your house to the church. Moving up and down. Nobody is taking your movement. You are healthy, you are sound, you are in the hospital.
Churchgoers will no longer have to fumble in their pockets and purses for loose change or notes as the Church of England introduces contactless payment terminals in more than 16,000 churches, cathedrals, and other religious sites. The Church of England takes about £580 million a year in donations, although most are from standing orders and fees rather than cash given in church. It began looking at cashless payments due to the declining numbers of people carrying cash.
Soon the days of Grandma handing you $5 to put in the church collection basket may be gone, huh? According to Mashable, the Church of England now has contactless card terminals to make donations and transactions faster and easier for their congregations. 16,000 churches, cathedrals, and religious sites in the UK now accept contactless donations, including Apple Pay and Google Pay. The terminals are powered by SumUp. That's a London-based fintech company. The church is charged a small transaction fee whenever the reader is used. Don't worry, even if you forgot your cash, you can pay for your kid's wedding, goddaughter's christening, and even your book club party in the church multipurpose room. Thank goodness. A rep for a church in the UK tells Mashable the terminals have been quite helpful. Our parishioners can occasionally find themselves strapped for physical cash, so it's fantastic to be able to offer an alternative which is quick and convenient.
Washirika wao watawekwa microchip. Je, ameingia kwenye hekalu ama bado? Sio hili la mjengo, mwili wa mwanadamu. Hekalu la Bwana ni mwili wa mwanadamu. Hekalu la Roho Mtakatifu ni mwili wako. Maandiko yanasema, je, nyinyi hamjui ya kwamba miili yenu ndimo hekalu la Roho Mtakatifu?
The Holy Scripture is very clear that we're not to trust in the lying words, especially not the lying words of the Jews who call themselves Jews, and why not, but the synagogue of Satan, and do lie, or the counterfeit apostate Christians that go after the lies of the Jews who call themselves Jews, because the Cuban and the guest basically tells us of the foolish Jews which trust in Solomon, and now we hear them speaking to us about a third temple, right? Well, the true third temple, quote unquote, is not the temple that the Freemasons built. Let me repeat that again. The true third temple is not a temple that is built by hands of man, Freemasons or not. It's not the temple that man builds, right? The true temple, according to the word, the true temple is our bodies in the Moshiach, our bodies in Yeshua, our bodies, our redeemed bodies in Christ.
Na mtu akiliharibu hekalu la Mungu, naye Mungu atamharibu mtu huyo. Wakati umeweka Baphomet, inaitwa microchip ndani ya mwili wako, unatarajia nini wewe? Unatarajia nini? Uharibiwe. Hiyo ni irizi ndogo umetia mwilini, umemeza.
Mstari wa 5. Je, hamkumbuki ya kuwa wakati nilikuwapo pamoja nanyi naliwaambieni hayo?
Hamkumbuki? Miaka hii yote kutoka 2010 nimewaambia maneno haya. Hamkumbuki nyinyi? Nakumbuka. Na ikiwa kutoka 2010 nimeyahubiri haya ya mambo ya chapa inakuja, na sasa imefika, tuko pamoja. Kisha kuna mtu anaitwa Bishop anasema ile Biblia anatumia ajui ni gani.
Mtoto kupata matibabu awe mtoto ama mtu mzima ni haki yake, na imelindwa na katiba. Elimu pia imelindwa na katiba. So vile mmesema hiyo shughuli najua iko pale Malindi, na ule mhusika tutamtafuta bwana Asisi yayo anaishi huko Malindi, nitakupea majina yake na tutakabiliana na yeye, kwa sababu hakuna sheria yeyote katika nchi hii inakataza mtoto kwenda shule, inakataza mtoto kupelekwa hospitali. Hiyo ni mambo yake, na kama anapoteza watu tutakabiliana na yeye na mkono wa sheria.
Maajabu haya.
6. Na sasa lizuialo mwalijua, yule apate kufunuliwa wakati wake.
Ndio.
Maana ile siri ya kuasi hivi sasa inatenda kazi.
Ndio, ile siri ya kuasi imekuwepo. Ni kweli, imekuwepo ile siri. Through education, through technology, imekuwepo hii siri. Na mambo mengi imekuwepo.
lakini yuko azuiaye sasa hata atakapoondolewa.
Yupo anayezuia sasa. Anayezuia ni nani? Neema. Neema ndiyo imekuwa ikizuia, lakini anasema nini?
Hapo ndipo atakapofunuliwa yule asi ambaye Bwana Yesu atamuua kwa pumzi yake.
Atakapoondolewa, hapo ndipo atakapofunuliwa yule asi. Wanadamu saa hii bado macho imefungika mpaka watakapodungwa microchip. Are you getting that picture? Neema kwao itakuwa imekoma. Hakuna injili wataweza kuhubiriwa waokoke. Kwa hivyo neema itakuwa imeondoka, na hapo ndipo watafunguka macho. Haya, kwani ilikuwa ni munama? Ni munama, lakini jehanamu naenda. Hivi hawaoni? Na tukiwaambia wanasema tunawadanganya. Huyu mtu anaharibu watu. Tulieni, hatuendi mbali. Watadungwa hivi vidude, na baada ya kudungwa ndiyo macho itafungua. Tulieni. Kwani tunabishania nini? Tulieni vidungwe kwa miili yao. Neema ikikatika, maana katakapoingizwa kwa mwili wa mtu, neema kwake imekatika saa hiyo. Hapo ndipo ataona sura kamili ya munya. Maana aliyekuwa anazuilia ni ni Holy Spirit. Neema ya wokovu ndio ilikuwa inazuilia, lakini wakati unawekwa ni ishara ya kwamba umekwisha tangaza mbele za Mungu ya kwamba wewe umeipokea chapa, yani muhuri wa shetani. Huna haja na Mungu. Soma umalize.
Itarudia 8.
Naona tutamalizia kwa hiyo.
Hapo ndipo atakapofunuliwa yule asi ambaye Bwana Yesu atamuua kwa pumzi ya kinywa chake na kuangamiza kwa ufunuo wa kuwapo kwake, yule ambaye kuja kwake ni kwa mfano wa kutenda kwake Shetani.
Yule ambaye kuja kwake ni kwa mfano wa kutenda kwake Shetani. Ameleta Umoja wa Mataifa, umeleta mashule sasa yafanye comprehensive sex education. Mfano wake ni wa kutenda kwake Shetani, na ni msukumo wa Umoja wa Mataifa dunia mzima, ndio
kwa uwezo wote na ishara na ajabu za uongo.
Kwa uwezo wote na ishara za ajabu. Ni wangapi si karibu watu wote wametekwa na kitu kinaitwa science and technology. Si kila mtu anasifu technology, wanasema ni maendeleo. Wanashangaa miujiza hii. That is magic.
Today we are going to be discussing the fact that technology is magic. That's right, technology is magic. What do I mean by this? Okay, well, allow me to explain. If we had someone from 200 years in the past, if we were able to bring them to the year 2014 and show them all the technology that we currently possess in this day and age, they would think that what they were seeing was magic. Because over 200 years ago, technology really wasn't a word or concept that people were familiar with. Okay? To them, technology is magic. Okay? So what does that mean? It means cell phones. Okay? Do you know how your cell phone works? Okay? Sure, there is a technological explanation for how your cell phone works. But at the end of the day, it's magic. Okay? Do you know how magical that is? Do you know how magical it is that the internet exists in the air around us, and that we have Wi-Fi modems movies and videos and music and websites, and all this data is just floating around us and penetrating us, okay, through Wi-Fi, okay? And it's magic, okay? Do you understand how your Wi-Fi modem works? Do you? I mean, you can know the scientific explanation for why and how Wi-Fi works. But at the end of the day, it is magic, okay? Magic. Technology is magic. Like I said before, if you were to go 2,000 years in the past and show someone a laptop, okay, that they would think it was magic, alright, that you could have moving pictures, okay, a video camera. Do you know how a video camera works? Okay? You know how film works. You can learn how film works, and that makes sense. But can you believe that digital video also exists? Do you know how it works? Do you know how your camera can take a video? Do you know the science fact explanation behind the technology? Do you? Because you can learn the technology behind how it works. Okay? You can learn that. But at the end of the day, it is magic. Okay? The fact that you can make a recording of the present so that people in the future can look into the past, that is magic. Technology is sorcery. Okay? People don't understand it. You know, in the past, we used to have people known as wizards and warlocks, okay, who would create things in their cauldrons. Nowadays, we call those people scientists, okay? Those people, instead of wearing wizard's robes and pointy hats, they're now wearing lab coats and glasses. Okay, scientists in laboratories making drugs are doing magic. Okay, that technology is magical as well. Okay? And as a matter of fact, even cooking is alchemy. Okay? If you've ever made soup before, you're doing alchemy. Cooking any kind of food with fire is alchemy. Okay? You're causing a chemical reaction to happen to something else, changing the properties, and then you're consuming it. It's alchemy.
That is magic. I tell you, you believe me or not, technology is magic. Ni sawa na yule tu magician ulimuona siku moja amekuja shule. Kwa nini walikuwa wanazungushwa mashule? Ili kuwatayarisha wanafunzi, watu katika kupokea technology. Wanazungushwa mashule, walikuwa kizungushwa miaka hiyo ya zamani, wanazungushwa mashule magicians. Anatafuna makaratasi, anatoa sindano.
And I received a hand of applause.
Okay, Alex, I don't think I want to ask you what it is, but is it dangerous?
Oh, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous?
I'm pretty much risking my life in front of you guys.
All right, Alex, well, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Everyone in the audience, hold out your hands, wiggle your fingers towards the pan and say, reading magic. Ooh, look at that rising. Hey, it's a sponge cake. Give him a hand.
You can read for entertainment, for education.
Thank
you can read
Thanks,
for
Mason,
motivation,
awesome.
for inspiration.
We could bleep this out if you don't want this on television. But your real last name is an A in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
You know how I did that?
How?
Just like this, watch. Is that your credit card?
Man, give me that.
And just make a mental note, that's a black credit card.
God, man. You know, I changed it a couple of times, and the one I end up putting in my pocket is the one he picked. Man.
There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee.
רוצה שתשימי אותה כאן, למעלה, מעולה. ותתחילי להפוך את המקבוק. תתחילי להפוך לאט לאט, לאט לאט. מצוין, נשארי ככה. מעולה. תסמכי עליי. אני רוצה שתתחילי להזיז את יד שמאל.
לא, די.
לאט לאט. תתחילי להזיז אותה, תתחילי להזיז אותה, תורידי אותה מעט למטה. תורידי אותה מעט למטה, תורידי אותה מעט למטה.
אמא?
אוקיי, תורידי אותה.
אומייגאד.
אוקיי, אל תזוזי.
זה לא אמיתי.
אל תזוזי, את יכולה להסתכל מלמטה שאין שם שום דבר. אוקיי, רגע, אל תזוזי.
זה לא אמיתי.
אל תזוזי. בואי ננסה לעשות משהו. מוכנה?
לא.
אני רוצה להראות לך שאין כאן שום דבר בפנים.
אמא!
אוקיי, אין כאן שום דבר בפנים.
אומייגאד.
יש לנו גם את זה.
אימא'לה.
אוקיי, עכשיו, תהיי מוכנה. תרכזי במים. 1, 2, 3.
is magic. Tuko pamoja? Na watu wakatayarishwa, technology ikaingia. Watu wamependa technology hata hawana haja na Mungu. Miujiza tu. Kifanya hivi, TV hili, unaambiwa this is a 3D television screen. Alafu unaambiwa liangalie tu. Ukiwa na microchip ile inafunguka lenyewe. What is that? Miujiza hiyo.
When will we be able to enter a room and create this imaginary scenario so realistic that it seems as if we're really there? It turns out that we scientists are making progress in that direction even as we speak. First of all, in the future, the internet will be in your contact lens. You will blink and you will go online. You will see individuals and their biography will appear, and subtitles will appear if they speak in Chinese. So you will always know who you're talking to and what they are saying, even if they speak in a different language. Now think about this. If you have internet contact lenses, then you can imagine and conjure up different kinds of bizarre universes. Just like in the Matrix, you can be thrust into an alien environment. You could have shootouts with aliens. You could have all sorts of wondrous things take place inside your contact lens.
3D stereoscopic films are produced by creating two views of the same scene, with two separate cameras slightly offset to simulate the distance between the audience's eyes. By projecting these images simultaneously through a special system to an audience wearing filtered glasses, these two views are sent to the appropriate left and right eyes, where the brain fuses the images together, giving the viewer a strong illusion of depth into and out of the screen. Stereoscopic advertising gives you the opportunity to have your product or service jump out of the screen into the faces of the audience. This new experience is drawing audiences to see a fast-growing number of Hollywood films made in stereoscopic 3D. At Bug, we have the experience, the technical know-how, and creative talent to produce effective stereoscopic 3D content for your next campaign.
Smart is simple control. Smart is 3D videos on demand. Smart is LG Cinema 3D Smart TV. So, how smart is your 3D?
And what he did is he founded a company and they started making electronic tattoos. So I'm wearing one here on my arm.
Do we have a camera to get a...
This is a developmental system made by MC10, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. So I take a vitamin every morning. What if I could take vitamin authentication?
What?
Vitamin authentication. Look, I have one right here. Well, here, I'll let you hold it. Would you like to hold it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. So this...
You guys see it?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch. It also has what amounts to an inside-out potato battery. When you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte.
That's what I do.
And they power it up, and the switch goes on and off. And it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. Yes, this is true. Really true. So what this means is that becomes my first superpower, my first superpower, my first superpower. I really want this superpower. It means that my arms are like wires. It means that my arms are like wires. It means that my arms are like wires. My hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. First superpower. Like, I want that.
Right now, I have an RFID chip surgically implanted in my left hand. It allows me to do all the same functions that the card does, but with my hands.
Wires, my hands are like alligator clips. My hands are like alligator. That becomes my first superpower. First superpower. Like, I want that.
Hizo ni miujiza zimeteka akili za wanadamu. Amebebwa. Haoni Mungu tena. Endelea.
Mstari wa 10. Na katika madanganyo yote ya udhalimu kwa hao wanaopotea.
Katika madanganyo yote ya udhalimu kwa hao wanaopotea.
kwa sababu hawakukubali kuipenda ile kweli,
kwa sababu hawakukubali kuipenda ile kweli,
wapate kuokolewa.
wapate kuokolewa.
Kwa hiyo Mungu awaletea nguvu ya upotevu.
Sasa Mungu akasukuma hiyo nguvu ya teknoloji, wapotee kabisa,
wauamini uongo.
Wauamini huo uongo sasa,
ili wahukumiwe wote ambao hawakuamini kweli.
Wahukumiwe wote ambao hawakuamini kweli,
bali walikuwa wakijifurahisha katika udhalimu.
Hebu tusomee Matthew chapter 24:37. Nimekuambia habari ya G7. Kuna andiko ambalo pengine hatutasoma, ama nikusaidie tuacha tusome basi. Wasomeo Ufunuo wa Yohana 17 na 8 hadi 11. Soma hapo. Hebu hilo andiko, hiyo mistari, hebu nataka tuende step by step usikie kitu kiko pale.
Ufunuo wa Yohana 17 kuanzia 8.
Kisha kuna mabishopu wanasema hiyo Biblia natumia sio, hawajaiona. Kwa hivyo yao haina Ufunuo wa Yohana 17. Wasomee basi wasikie.
Yule mnyama uliyemuona alikuwako.
Basi yule mnyama wewe Yohana umemuona alikuweko,
naye hayuko,
naye akapotea,
naye yu tayari kupanda kutoka kuzimu na kwenda kwenye uharibifu.
Naye yuko tayari kupanda kutoka kuzimu na kwenda kwenye uharibifu.
Na hao wakao juu ya nchi,
wale wakao juu ya nchi,
wasioandikwa majina yao katika kitabu cha uzima tangu,
wasioandikwa majina yao katika kitabu cha uzima
tangu kuwekwa misingi ya ulimwengu, watastaajabu wamuonapo yule mnyama,
watakapomuona yule mnyama,
ya kwamba alikuwako,
ya kwamba alikuwepo,
naye hayuko,
naye hayupo, akapotea,
naye atakuwako,
naye atakuwepo.
Hapo ndipo penye akili zenye hekima.
Yule mnyama alikuwepo, hayupo, na sasa anakuja, ametokea. Ni ile system ya ule utawala wa Kirumi. Ulikuwa unafanya nini? Ule utawala wa Kirumi uliwaua watakatifu, uliwaua wafuasi wa Yesu, uliwaua wateule, uliwaua waziwazi, uliua kina Petro, uliowaua kina Yohana. Tuko pamoja? Umekuja ukawa ni kama umeisha. Tuko pamoja? Sasa watu huwa wanasema, wanatafsiri wakisema ati popu aliyekufa sijui atafufuka, sijui John Paul atafufuka. Translation zingine za kimaajabu ajabu sana, maana hazina support ya ufunuo wa Roho wa Mungu. Hazina. Ati sijui popu John Paul wa pili alikufa atafufuka, alafu sasa huyo ndiye anaenda kwenye uharibifu. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Ngojeeni na mtaona. Hakuna mahali Biblia inasema kuna mtu atafufuka aende kwa uharibifu hapo. Kinachotoka kuzimu ni spirit, ni roho ya kishetani. Tuko pamoja? Hebu rudia hapo, aenda kwenye uharibifu.
Mstari wa 8. Yule mnyama uliyemuona alikuwako.
Yule mnyama alikuwepo. Ule utawala, ule mfumo wa kiutawala uliyekuweko wakati kina Petro, uliowaua kina Yohana, ulikuwepo, lakini ulikuja ukapotea.
Naye hayuko.
Na wakasema kuna human rights. Ni kweli si kweli? Sivyo? Kwamba ni hatia human rights ni makosa kuua. Sawa. Kumbe alipotea, kumbe ile system, kumbe huo ufalme, kumbe hiyo mfumo wa utawala uliishiwa na nguvu, ulipotea.
Naye hayuko, naye yu tayari kupanda kutoka kuzimu na kwenda kwenye uharibifu.
Sasa anarudi tena, na anarudi tena kwa njia gani? Anarudi tena siku za, yani mwisho wa dunia ndio anainuka tena, na anainuka tena kwa njia gani? G8. Unajua hii mambo wao ndio wanapanga na ndio wanapitisha, lakini msemaji ni rais wa Amerika. Huwa msemaji ni nani? Na ndio maana utasikia yale mataifa mengine ya G8 rais wa Amerika akiongea wanateta, kwa sababu vikao vyote wako pamoja. Sasa yeye, rais yeyote anayetawala Amerika huwa ndiye ni kama chairman atakaye kuwa sauti ya G8. Are we together? Amejificha na kwambia. Roho wa Bwana asipokusaidia uelewi chochote. Na ndio maana unaona sasa msukumo wa the mark of the beast, yani microchip, unasukumwa na marais wa Amerika peke yake. Umesikia? Angalia kutoka nyuma mambo ya New World Order. New World Order ni mabadiliko ya kila kitu kiende international level. Yote yanazungumzwa na nani? Na marais wa Amerika. Tukianzia Bush ndiye aliwahi kuongea habari ya New World Order.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
It is a big idea, a new world order, a world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.
So that the problem of the Bush presidency will be the emergence of a new international order.
Within the next 4 years, we will see the emergence of a new international order.
The beginning of a new international order.
The pieces are in flux. Soon they will settle again. Before they do, let us reorder this world around us.
I think its task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
It's about the future of Europe and a new world order.
There's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics in different parts of the world.
But today, with Asia already outproducing Europe, India and China are clearly becoming part of our new order.
We are now facing a common challenge. And the challenge is how to build a world order for the first time in history on a global basis.
So, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, a new world is emerging. It is a new world order with significantly different and radically new challenges.
The affirmative task we have now is to actually create a new world order.
Good evening, everybody. President Obama and British Prime Minister Gordon today calling for a new world order to tackle our global economic crisis.
And the president outlined his vision of a new world order in which the U.S. would participate fully.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
So I see a world order in the future with a multipolar world order.
I think a new world order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation.
But in a globalized economy, We are going to have to take global responsibilities, and there is going to have to be some semblance of global governance.
Never before has a new world order had to be assembled from so many different perceptions or on so global a scale. Nor has any previous order had to combine the attributes of the historic balance of power system with global democratic opinion and the exploding technology of the contemporary period.
And I strongly believe India will be a central actor in the new world order.
There also exists an extraordinary opportunity to form for the first time in history a truly global society.
New World Order is the headline in the Globe and Mail in Canada.
Is this global governance at last? Is it one world, the central bankers in charge? But aren't we all just living and dying for what the central banks do?
Of course we are. We are absolutely slaves to central banks.
First of all, the integration of national economies into a global economy. That's here. That's done. And so the question is not whether or not there's going to be an international global economy. There is one.
How much does America want to invest around the world? We're seeing a new world order now being built, a post-World War II world order. And I don't think America can retreat from that. I think we have to balance and adapt and adjust to the realities and the currents of this new world order.
Hata ingawaje ilizungumzwa na wengine makarne miaka mingi sana imepita, tuko pamoja, lakini marais wa Amerika ndio wanaongea mambo ya new world order. Tuko pamoja. Wakati wa hivi vikao vyao, Pope huwa hayuko pale. Lazima tuelewe watafsiri. Hata wengine ni wazungu lakini they are missing. Huwa Pope hayuko pale. Lakini wanatumia mifumo ya Kirumi. Hii G8 inatumia mifumo ya Kirumi. Ndio maana yule mnyama wa nne alionekana amesurvive to the end, kwa sababu wanatumia mfumo wa Kirumi. Yule Mrumi vile alivyokuwa anakuja. Sasa wamekuja wamezindua kupitia technology imeleta kitu kinaitwa microchip. Sasa imeleta microchip technology. Rais wa Amerika anasema kila mtu lazima awekwe tracking system. Kumbe ni G8 G7 ndio wameke. Haya, angalia hapo, ameambiwa kwamba alikuwa hayuko. Sasa kumbe ni ule mfu sasa umekuja tena, ili sasa the beast awe complete. Tunapata naye Russia anarudishwa kwa kikao. Ilikuwa G8 ikawa G7, sasa inarudi kuwa G8, anarudishwa kwenye kikao ili sasa maandiko haya yako wapi? Hebu ulikuwa umemaliza? Hebu soma malizia, nafikiri nagusa mahali iko mbele.
Na hao wakao juu ya nchi wasioandikwa majina yao katika kitabu cha uzima tangu kuwekwa misingi ya ulimwengu watastaajabu wamwonapo yule mnyama ya kwamba alikuwako,
ya kwamba alikuwepo. Utawala ule wa Kirumi uliokuwa miaka hiyo ukawa kina Petro, ukawa kina Paulo, ukawamaliza kina Yohana, imerudi tena.
Hi, I'm Brother Dave, and I'm going to talk to you today about a subject that's very unpopular. The subject is martyrdom. Much is said in the churches today about Jesus' sacrificial death on the cross, but not so much about his instructions for us to follow him by taking up our own cross. It's especially popular in the churches to teach that Jesus died on the cross so that we could live on Easy Street. We're the king's kids, they say. And so we deserve the best, the biggest houses, the fastest cars, the most popularity, just because, supposedly, we have faith in Jesus. The argument is given that Jesus did it all for us. We don't have to do anything. But that's not an accurate picture of what he actually taught. If you follow the history of his 11 apostles, after Judas committed suicide, you'll find that 10 of them died as martyrs, and the other died in exile as a prisoner on an island. So martyrdom was the norm amongst his closest friends. Estimates are that hundreds of thousands of early Christians were martyred by the Roman empires in those early years of Christianity. And the persecution has continued down through the centuries. Literally millions of Christians have died for their faith. The Revelation talks about a crowd which was so big that nobody could number it. These people are given white robes, a symbol of martyrdom during the Great Tribulation. We're told that these people are crying out to God, begging him to tell them how much longer it will be before Christ returns and his kingdom comes. No wonder so many Western Christians have followed teachings which tell them they don't have to go through the Great Tribulation. We certainly haven't been trained to expect persecution, even though Jesus promised it. He said if they call the teacher a devil, how much more are they going to call his students devils? And the Apostle Paul said anyone who wants to live a godly life in Jesus is going to suffer persecution. In chapter 19 of my novel, Survivors, millions of Christians around the world are executed because of their faith in Jesus. But like the early Christian martyrs, they go to the guillotine with a song in their heart and a smile on their face, because they know they're about to go home and be with Jesus. As the words of the song say, "This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue, and I just can't feel at home in this world anymore."
Naye hayuko, naye atakuwako. Hapo ndipo penye akili zenye hekima.
Atakuwepo kwa njia gani? Ameamurisha watu wawekwa microchip. Watakaokataa kuwekwa microchip ni wale majina yao peke yake yako kwenye kitabu cha uzima wa milele. Kwa hivyo hao ni wateule, ni wanafunzi wa Yesu. Sasa Ufunuo Yohana 13 naye anasema nini? Huku maliza, si ndio? Si hujamaliza. Lakini ruka twende Ufunuo Yohana alafu utarudi pale. Ndio tuunganishe uone picha. Kuanzia hiyo 15.
Ufunuo Yohana 13:15. Akapewa kutia pumzi. Akapewa kutia pumzi katika ile sanamu ya mnyama. Katika ile sanamu ya mnyama. Microchip. Sanamu ile mbuzi ile Baphomet. Hata ile sanamu ya mnyama inene. Sasa ile sanamu ya mnyama itakuwa inaongea. Ukienda hospitali unawekwa kitu ya kompyuta hivi, inasema ina scan, inasema wewe ni mgonjwa hapa. Figo yako si inaongea hii. Hii koo yako hii ndio iko na kansa na dawa yake ndio hii. Je, imesema haijasema ile sanamu? Na kuwafanya hao wote wasiosujudu sanamu ya mnyama. Sasa kuwafanya sasa wale wamekataa kumuinamia. Na kuwafanya hao wote wasiosujudu sanamu ya mnyama wauawe. Wauawe. Waliokataa microchip ni wateule, ni watakatifu. Sasa wauawe. Je, hatukurudi pale Murumi aliua wanafunzi?
The church in America is going to suffer so terribly. And we laugh now, but they will come after us. They will come after our children. They will close the net around us while we are playing soccer mom and soccer dad. While we are arguing over so many little things and mesmerized by so many trinkets. The net even now is closing around you and your children and your grandchildren, and it does not cause you to fear. You will be isolated from society, as has already happened. Anyone who tries to run for office who actually believes the Bible will be considered a lunatic until finally we are silenced. We will be called things that we're not and persecuted not for being followers of Christ, but for being radical fundamentalists who do not know the true way of Christ, which of course is love and tolerance. You'll go down as the greatest bigots and haters of mankind in history. They've already come after your children, and for most of you, they got them. They got them through the public schools and indoctrination, and the university and indoctrination, and then you wonder why your children come out not serving the Lord. It's because you fed them right into the devil's mouth. So little by little, the net is closing around, and then it's not little by little. Look how fast things are going downhill just in a matter of weeks. Matter of weeks. But at the same time, know this. Persecution is always meant for evil, but God always means it for good. And is it not better to suffer in this life, to have an extra weight of glory in heaven? You must settle this in your mind. This is the one thing I want to say over and over. Do not believe. Down through history, you have a wrong idea of martyrdom and persecution. You think that these men were persecuted and martyred for their sincere faith in Jesus Christ. That was the real reason, but no one heard that publicly. They were martyred and they were persecuted as enemies of the state, as child molesters, as bigots, as narrow-minded, stupid people who had fallen for a ruse and can contribute nothing to society. Your suffering will not be noble. So your mind must be filled with the Word of God when all people persecute you and turn on you. And if the Spirit of God in common grace pulls back and you see even your children and your grandchildren tossing in the lot that you should die. This is no game. You want revival and awakening, but know this. For the most part, great awakenings have come only preceding great national catastrophes or the persecution of the church. I believe God is bringing a great awakening, but I believe that He is raising up young men who are strong in trust in the providence of God to be able to wade through the hell that's going to break loose on us. And it will be on us before we even recognize it. Unless in God's providence, He is not done. He is not done. Now note, this is not silly talk. Apart from a great awakening, these things are going to come upon you. Be ready to lose your homes, your cars, and everything.
Ndipo masipo wapendwa, patieni Yesu sadaka ya makofi. Je, sasa wameona mnyama alikuweko, hayuko, na sasa amekuja aende kwenye uharibifu. Uharibifu ni nini? Anaenda kuua tena watakatifu. Vimekuingia? Sasa unaweza kufundisha mtu? Unaweza kufundisha mtu? Sasa amekuja na microchip na ni sheria, ni must, na yule atakaye kataa auawe. Je, tumerudi mahali wanafunzi kina Petro waliuawa na Warumi na sheria ya Kirumi? Tumerudi hapo? Basi. Kisha kuna mabishopu wanasema, Pastor Mackenzie, ile Biblia anatumia sisi hatuijui. Mtaijuaje? Ndio nimeuliza. Mtaijuaje na mlizozishika mkononi pia haziwajui nyinyi? Tuko pamoja? Sasa aenda kwenye uharibifu gani? Anaenda kuua wateule na anaenda kuwafanya wote walioipokea chapa yake waingie jehanamu. Je, si uharibifu? Si uharibifu wapendwa? Wa roho nyingi. Sasa ngoja msikie kitu. Kuna wakati mwingine ndugu yetu Judge alikuwa na maswali mengi juu ya rapture na mambo ya the great tribulation. Sawa sawa. Mimi naona kama turuke, maana washaelewa mnyama alikuweko, hayuko huko, kwingine watasoma wenyewe, si ndio? Turuke. Hebu tusomee sasa hiyo Matthew chapter 24.
Yeah. Mathayo 24:37.
Wacha tumalize na hiyo, ndio Timothy aje naye atupe ujumbe kidogo.
Kwa maana kama vile ilivyokuwa siku za Nuhu, ndivyo kutakavyokuwa kuja kwake mwana wa Adamu.
Kama ilivyokuwa siku za Nuhu, ndivyo itakavyokuwa kuja kwake mwana wa Adamu. Siku za Nuhu, waliopata neema machoni pa Mungu waligarakishwa ndio waokolewe baadaye. Keti, inatosha huko. Waligarikishwa kina Nuhu, ndio Mungu akawatoa kwenye maji, wamekunywa makombo ya maji. Ilikuwa hivyo. Aliwaokoa kwanza, akaweka kwenye na safina ikaelea juu ya maji. Alafu alipomaliza kuwaokoa na kuwaweka kwenye safina, sasa hasira yake ikawaka juu ya wenye dhambi. Mvua ikanye. Those are two different events.
Your hand reached into the depths of darkness. Your arms pulled me to the light above. Your voice spoke the word that broke my heart. Your eyes burn with holy passion, fire and love. You lead me beside the quiet waters. You walk.
These are two different events. Anasema kama ilivyokuwa siku za, different two events. Kwa namna gani? With a very clear picture. Ameahidi kama itakavyokuwa siku za Nuhu. Lakini kumbuka pale tumesoma Ufunuo Yohana 13 mstari wa 15, imesema ya kwamba wale waliokataa kumsujudia huyo mnyama na kuipokea chapa yake, aliamuru wauawe. Waliua ni kina nani? Si ni wateule hawa. Sasa hiyo sio dhiki kuu. Hiyo niliwaambia, hiyo inaitwa persecution. They persecuted the church before, they will end persecute it again in the final. There were no great tribulation before, but it will be great tribulation at the end. Walilitesa kanisa na kuwaua wanafunzi wa Yesu. Miaka hiyo kina Petro, kina Yohana na kadhalika, na kina Stephen, sawa sawa, wakauawa. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu wamekataa sera za dini na sheria za serikali ya Kirumi. Sawa? At the end, through Mungu wa ngome technology, wamekuja ku come up with a microchip, na wakasema kila mtu for tracking system, ili tuondoe ugaidi na nini na nini. Hautaibiwa, hautafanywa nini, kitu yako haitapotea. Ikiwa na microchip kila kitu ni sawa. Yanaonekana mazuri matupu. Kila mtu mbio, weka mimi microchip. Watakao kataa ni wale ambao wana ufunuo wa maandiko haya, wanaojua ni nini kinachoendelea katika uso wa dunia. Tena ameamuru kupitia kwa ufunuo wa Yohana 13 wanaouawa hapa sio wenye dhambi, wapendwa. Hawa ni wanafunzi wa Yesu, tena wateule wa mwisho, ndio wanauawa tena hapa, ili yule mnyama aliyekuweko na akawa hayuko sasa atokee afanye kazi ya mwisho. Wakati wateule wanauawa, wenye dhambi watakuwa wanacheka. Kalikuwa kanajifanya kanajua kuongea. Watakuwa wanacheka wakifurahi. Kaliuawa. Ati Yesu kaliuawa. Watakuwa na amani na watakuwa na raha, na maisha kwao itakuwa mzuri. Wenye dhambi hapo, hiyo inaitwa persecution, mateso kwa watakatifu. Mateso haya yatachukua muda ulioamuriwa, sawa? Na katikati ya huu muda ulioamuriwa, kabla dhiki kuu, kanisa litakuwa raptured, watanyakuliwa. Kwa nini ninakuambia hivi? Get these two distinguished points I'm giving you today. Mambo haya sifundishwi shule, nafundishwa na Roho Mtakatifu. Sisomi kwa kitabu chochote, nasoma kwenye Biblia, kisha Roho ananifunulia. Sawa sawa? Get these 2 points. Persecution, mauaji ya wateule. Persecution ya watakatifu, hii inayokwenda kusababishwa kwa kukataa microchip, italetwa na mpinga Kristo. Umepata? Point number 2, great tribulation, dhiki kuu, italetwa na Mungu mwenyewe, ni hasira ya Mungu. Those are 2 different events. Hii inaletwa na mpinga Kristo, na hile ya mwisho nayo inaletwa na Mungu mwenyewe. Je, si ni vitu vili tofauti hivi? Umepata picha hiyo? Mateso kwa wauaji, kuuawa kwa wateule. Si Mungu atakuwa anaua watu wake. Si Mungu atakuwa anaua watu wake, jemeni. Bali the beast, the antichrist, ndiye atakuwa anaua wateule. Kwa hivyo persecution ya wateule italetwa na the antichrist. Sawa sawa? Yani Masihi Dajjal, mpinga Kristo. Kanisa likinyakuliwa, itakuwa sasa Mungu ameamua kuokoa watu wake, awaepushe na dhiki. Sasa hapo ndipo dhiki itakapotokea. Dhiki kuu. Hebu soma Ufunuo 9:1 hadi 6. Sasa umeelewa dhiki kuu inaletwa na nani? Na nani? Na mateso ya watakatifu inaletwa na nani? Hizo ni 2 different events, lakini zinafuata. Shetani atatangulia kuua watakatifu, Mungu naye atafuatia kuwaletea hasira. Dhiki kuu ni hasira ya Mungu juu ya wenye dhambi. Sasa hapo anapomwaga hasira yake, wateule hawatakuwako tena. Si mambo ya mzaa, hawatakuwapo. hapo hakutakuwa na mteule hata mmoja hapo. Wasome.
Malaika wa tano akapiga baragumu, nikaona nyota iliyotoka mbinguni imeanguka juu ya nchi, naye akapewa ufunguo wa shimo la kuzimu.
Ndio,
akalifungua shimo la kuzimu.
Akalifungua shimo la kuzimu. Sikia kazi hiyo. Malaika ametoka wapi? Juu. Akapewa ufunguo afungue shimo la kuzimu. Ndio.
Moshi ukapanda kutoka mle shimoni.
Moshi ukapanda kutoka shimoni, kama
moshi wa tanuru kubwa.
Kama moshi wa tanuru kubwa.
Jua na anga vikatiwa giza kwa sababu
paka jua na anga ikawa giza
kwa sababu ya ule moshi wa shimoni.
Kwa sababu ya ule moshi. Hiyo ni hasira. Hiyo Mungu anawaambia sasa wenye dhambi. Ashachukua watu wake. Anawaambia sasa mumefanya ni jamu. Haya.
Nzige wakatoka katika ule moshi.
Nzige wakatoka katika ule moshi.
Wakaenda juu ya nchi.
Wakaenda juu ya nchi.
Wakapewa nguvu kama nguvu.
Kama nguvu ya?
Wakapewa nguvu kama nguvu walio nayo inge wa nchi. Wakaambiwa wasiadhuru majani ya nchi.
Ndio.
Wala kitu chochote.
Hiyo unasikia ni great tribulation sasa hiyo. Hiyo ni dhiki kuu tunaongelea hapa.
Wala kitu chochote kilicho kibichi.
Ndio.
Wala mti wowote. Ila wale watu wasio na muhuri.
Wale watu wasio na muhuri
ya Mungu katika
muhuri wa Mungu. Wale watu wasiokuwa na muhuri wa Mungu. Wana muhuri wa nani kama hawana muhuri wa Mungu? Microchip. Wana muhuri wa shetani. Umesikia wametumwa on specific people. Wale watu ambao hawana muhuri ya Mungu wako na muhuri ya microchip.
Mstari wa 5. Wakapewa amri kwamba wasiwaue.
Wakaambiwa hata msiwaue. Wafanywe nini?
Bali wateswe miezi 5.
Kwanza wateswe miezi 5, na miezi 5 ya Mungu ujinga. Kwanza wateswe tu, yani anaumwa analia na kufa afi, kifo ameondolewa. Hapo kwenye great tribulation kifo itaondoka. Mauti itatoroka, itaambiwa kaa kando. Kazi yako imeisha. Ninyorosha hawa watu. Hawa ma G7 na nyorosha wao. Hawa marais na wanyorosha wao.
Na maumivu yao yalikuwa kama kuumwa na nge au mapo mwanadamu.
Ndio.
Na siku zile wanadamu watatafuta mauti.
Siku hiyo watatafuta kufa.
Wala hawataiona kamwe.
Hawataona mauti.
Nao watatamani kufa. Nayo mauti itawakimbia.
Mauti itakuwa inawatoroka. Anachukua panga, anajikata kichwa inakuwa vipande viwili. Kichwa inabaki hivyo hivyo. Anangojea akufe, hafi, anasikia uchungu tu. Mauti saa hiyo nimeona akijikata kamba imekula kona ya Githurai mbio 100 meters ikimtoroka.
Mstari wa 7. Na maumbo ya hao nzige yalikuwa kama farasi.
Hatukuwa tunaenda 7 tosha. Ukitaka zaidi utasoma mwenyewe, si sawa? Umepata hiyo picha? Sasa that is what we are calling it great tribulation. Dhiki kuu. Dhiki kuu umesikia hapo inaenda kwa kina nani? Wale ambao hawana muhuri ya Mungu. Wenye muhuri ya Mungu hawako hapo. Utakaposoma Ufunuo wa Yohana 7:13 hadi 14 itakupatia picha ya rapture, ya unyakuzi. That the final rapture part itakupatia. Sawa Nafikiri kufikia hapo si mbaya. Unaona hii kidude ya M-Pesa. Hii wanaita wristband. Hii ya M-Pesa hii. Hii iko na microchip ndani. Sasa watu walikuwa wanaonjeshwa wasikie utamu wake kupitia kwa hii ya kuweka mkononi. Hii ni mmoja ameenda akahubiria mwingine akiwa ameivaa na akakubali kumpatia akakuja nayo. Hii iko na microchip hapa.
And the Army had their recruitment booth and activities, I should say. They were giving out these wristbands after you signed up to try the activities. But what I found was interesting is in the center of the band, you have this little circle. Look what I found. It's like a RFID tag. So, let's cut it open and see exactly what it is. I just thought it was somewhat interesting. I didn't see them swipe it over anything at the event. So I just thought it'd be kind of interesting that they'd be implanting RFID or some sort of non-contact chip in wristbands that they're giving out to, well, pretty much anybody that wanted one. I mean, I have no idea what it's for. Let's see, make sure there's nothing else in there. It was molded in there. There we go. It's inside a little plastic wafer. There we go. Why that's inside, I have no clue. Why they'd be putting something like that inside. Like I said, all they did was grab these from a bin and hand them out. That is definitely a RFID chip. So I don't know. I just found that was interesting, so thought I'd share with all my loyal viewers here.
akamuuliza ulikuwa unatumia vipi? Anasema mimi nilikuwa nikitaka kujua akaunti zangu vile zinasema ama zinaenda vipi, mimi naleta hii karibu na ile simu yangu ya smartphone, alafu inaleta kila kitu kinatokea kwa screen. Tuko pamoja? Sasa hii inaweza potea, hii inaweza katika, hii inaweza haribika. Sasa ukiwekwa ndani ya mwili itakuwa, watakwambia sasa hiyo ya mwili, sasa hiyo ni mzuri, ni permanent, hakuna siku itaharibika. Hizi zimetolewa na Safaricom. Ile kazi ile inafanya ndio kazi ile ya kuwekwa kwa mwili itakuwa inafanya. Tuko pamoja? Haya, sikieni hii nyingine. Nimesikia habari kwamba watu wanaitwa kule hospitali wajiandikishe, wala watajiandikisha, na wanaenda na wavae t-shirt za white, waende kule waajiriwe, na wanaajiriwa, wanaambiwa ukileta mgonjwa kwanza mshahara wake 6,000, lakini mtaani ukipata mgonjwa ukimleta juu ya hii 6,000 tunakuongeza 600, ukileta wa pili another 600. Kwa hivyo mwisho wa mwezi utakuwa na kitita. Hiyo ni campaign ya kuingiza watu microchip. Nimesikia sasa wakunga wa mitaani wameambiwa ya kwamba wakipata mjamzito anataka kujifungua wampeleke hospitali. Wakifika hospitali yule mkunga analipwa 700 kwa kukupeleka wewe wapi? Anapewa mshahara wa 700. Hiyo ni campaign ya microchip. Semeni Mackenzie ni mwenda wazimu tu, maana wamezoea. Tuko pamoja? Sasa kwa sababu ya hii, mpendwa mwenzako, hata ukitambua yeye ni mdhaifu, funga mdomo, muombee na uende uombe na yeye kisirisiri. Wacha hao wasioliamini jina la Yesu wasijue. Maana ikiwa wanalipwa, akijua wewe ni mdhaifu na hutaki kwenda hospitali, ataenda achukue polisi akupeleke ndio apate commission. Kwa hivyo tuache kidomodo. Mtu aende hospitali kwa hiari yake. Asilazimishwe na mtu. Kila kitu ni uamuzi wa mtu. Tuko pamoja? Kumedhuka, ni mwisho wa dunia. Kumedhuka jameni, kumechafuka, kumeharibika. Tuko pamoja? Kumeharibika. Huo ndio mwisho wa unabii. Mwisho wa unabii tulikuwa tunangoja. Maandiko yanasema hapo ndipo penye subira ya watakatifu. Tulikuwa tunangojea. Subira ni tulikuwa tunangojea tusikie chapa ya huyo mnyama imezinduliwa, tujue sasa tuko mwisho. Maana huo ndio unabii wa kinachofuata pale mbele ni persecution ya wateule, kisha the great tribulation. From the great tribulation, judgment, hukumu. Obama anakuja mwezi huu wa 7. Labda ndio maana Mungu alikuwa anasema mwezi wa 7 kuna kitu itafanyika. ni Obama anakuja Kenya, na ana ujumbe maalumu kwa rais na Raila.
Interesting things we'll be looking at probably is how ex-presidents are treated elsewhere, because yes, we do have two former presidents in Kenya, and they're not as visible. But the U.S. president, even in retirement, I do understand that security detail is still as heavy, and probably that is one of the things we'll be looking forward to.
Actually, the good thing about the U.S. is that all their presidents are still presidents, even when they're out of office. For them, there is nothing like a former president. It's always a president. So we are talking of President Obama, who served during this period to this period. And then we have the current president now. One of the things, of course, we can be learning from this is that as a politician, it is possible for you to keep your promise. Obama promised to come back. He promised to even come for mountain hiking. He promised to come back and visit Kilimanjaro and other places in Africa. And we are happy that he has kept his promise. He's coming back this time. And of course, it is going to be much better when now we receive him, because as much as he will have all the security details, it will be a little bit more relaxed now. Yes. He will not be under very strict command of the Marines and all the other security forces, the CIA and all that. So at least hopefully this time around he can also make it to Kogelo. It will be really a good thing to have him also go to the village. And it's also good to come at a time when there is a very serious crackdown on corruption. At the time he was here, that is one of the things that he actually implored upon the political leadership of this country to do. And I was also he will also be remembered for having admonished our politicians by telling them that even if you are in the opposition, even if you are not in government, you need to be tolerant. You need to at least support the government or criticize the government positively, because wishing your government to fail or wishing your president to fail is wishing your country to fail.
Sikizeni niwaambie, mimi usemekana uongea kama mwenda wazimu, lakini wacha hii wazimu iendelee, maana inafanya kazi. Mumesikia madaktari wameletwa kutoka Cuba, sawa sawa. Sasa sijui hii tubane, maana ni siri hii. Madaktari mumesikia wameletwa kutoka wapi? Cuba. Waje wagawanywe kwa kaunti 47. Kila kaunti itachukua wawili. Madaktari 100 wamekuja.
First batch of 50 Cuban doctors has arrived in Kenya. The medical experts were received yesterday at the JKIA by Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o.
What the agreement between us and the Kenyan government is no different from what Cubans have agreed with South Africa, Angola, Venezuela, Brazil. In South Africa, there are 3,000 Cuban doctors. In Brazil, there are 26,000 Cuban doctors. You see what I mean? So, one of the reasons why third world countries find Cuban doctors so useful is because their commitment, first and foremost, is to service. First and foremost is to service. First and foremost is to service, not to salary.
Yeah.
Not to salary.
Yeah.
Not to salary.
Precious.
'Cause blood that gave me life. 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 'C
I sent a young man, then he was a boy really, to Cuba. And he heard that there was an accident. He dropped everything he was doing, jumped on the border, went to that accident. Because a Cuban doctor is trained that when you hear there's an accident somewhere, it doesn't matter what you are doing or where you are, or in whichever country you are, you must respond to that accident.
In early 2018, the Ugandan government signed a memorandum of understanding with the Cuban government to bring into the country over 200 Cuban specialist doctors. According to the health ministry, the foreigners will be deployed in regional referral hospitals across the country where there is acute shortage of specialists. Minister of State for Health in charge of general duties Sarah Opendi has been quoted saying the Ugandan specialists shun working in rural areas.
I will wait for you, Jesus, you're the sun.
Okay, another question I have for you. In many parts of the world, people don't have internet or electricity. What can we do at the UN to help them?
See, the good news about AI and automation produces more results with less resources. So if we are smarter and focus on win-win type results, AI could help efficiently distribute the world's existing resources, like food and energy. As humans harness the power of increasingly advanced AI, it is possible that everything, including technology, will become more evenly distributed.
You're the sun, her eyes, all my hopes, Jesus, and I can see you now, horizon. There's a wall that stands in front of me.
SophieBot is artificial intelligence. SophieBot is artificial intelligence. SophieBot is artificial intelligence to answer your questions on sexual and reproductive health.
El día que menos hago 70. Madre mía, soy un médico, Ana. Un promedio de casi 900, casi 40.
Did you catch that? This guy makes more in one day than a doctor makes in a month, and he's a taxi driver. Welcome to the Cuban economy.
You won't have to worry about next year. The state will do your planning from now on.
Every restaurant, factory, hospital, and home was property of the government. The state set prices for everything and decided how much people got paid. The private sector disappeared overnight. Here's a typical scene in a Cuban eatery. Too many employees in an empty establishment with empty shelves. They're just waiting for food deliveries from the government and putting in their 8 hours so that they can go home. They get paid the same whether they sell 1 plate of food or 50. This model just doesn't work. Cuba survived for many years with subsidies from the Soviet Union.
Viva el comunismo!
But since its collapse, the economy's been getting worse every year. This lady is showing me her government ration cards that she's kept for decades. Cubans use these cards to go to the storage houses to get their monthly rations.
El aceite que es menos cantidad, los granos que son menos, el azúcar que es menos, ni hay jabón de baño, ni de lavar, ni detergente. Bueno, cada día las menos cosas.
¿Usted cree que han mejorado el proceso de una buena forma?
The government realized this was becoming a problem in the 90s and started giving out private licenses, fueling a small but growing private sector. I stumbled upon a private restaurant in Havana, and it was a totally different experience than the public ones. There was actually movement and good service. The owners had to sell good food if they wanted to stay in business. Which brings me back to the taxi driver and the doctor. The reason why taxi drivers make so much more than doctors is because they have private licenses. Their salaries are not set by the state, and they can charge tourists high prices. I paid $25 to get from the airport into Havana, and in that 30 minutes, this driver made more than an average monthly salary of a Cuban, which is $20.
Yo trabajo 8 horas como licenciada profesional que soy de enfermería y diario yo no gano 50 pesos, no gano 12 diarios.
One of the problems with this is that you get highly trained workers leaving their trade to go do remedial work in the private sector. This guy's an engineer, but he's cooking in a private restaurant. These guys are accountants by trade, but are making a killing driving around tourists on taxi bikes. This woman is a nurse, but she hasn't worked in a hospital in years. This guy is an electrical engineer, but he opened up a barber shop in his house and makes 10 times more than he would in his field of study. Imagine trying to live on the Cuban average salary of $20 per month. When you ask them how they do it, they all have the same response.
Todos tenemos que hacer algo fuera de lo que es el salario, porque si no, no comen.
Babylon system is the vampire. Yeah. Sucking the children day by day. Yeah. Me say the Babylon system is the vampire. Falling empire. Sucking the blood of the sufferer.
Just beneath the surface in Cuba is a bustling informal market, where Cubans make an additional income on top of their official salary, just to survive.
Sobrevivimos gracias a ese mercado oscuro, ese mercado subterráneo. Cuando yo bajo de mi casa y cruzo la calle para comprar el periódico, ya estoy cometiendo el primer delito de receptación. Porque ese señor anciano que está vendiéndome el periódico me lo está vendiendo a sobreprecio. Ya tienen arreglado esto con la persona que trabaja en el estanquillo, que le guarda los periódicos, se los vende.
We tend to associate black markets with dangerous activities. But in Cuba, people sell illegal popsicles or newspapers, not to get rich, but just to survive.
Next, Cuba's medical diplomacy. Ray Suarez and our Global Health Unit wrap up their three-part series with this story.
A 28-year-old American, Pasha Jackson is in his second year of medical school. But his medical career actually started a year earlier when he had to begin a crash course in Spanish. Because Jackson is learning to be a doctor in Cuba, and his entire 6 years of medical education is being paid for by the Cuban government. He's one of about 10,000 students from 29 countries now enrolled in Havana's Latin American Medical School, including more than 100 Americans. 6 years of medical education and room and board, and it's all free. How can one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere give away something so precious to so many and expect nothing in return? The Latin American Medical School is the brainchild of Cuba's Fidel Castro. The school's aim is to create a pool of physicians for public service in disadvantaged rural and urban areas around the world. Dr. Maritza Gonzalez Bravo is one of the school's directors.
Our rationale, the training, the values that we have here are a way of continuing the revolutionary process, the eternal ideology of our leader, Fidel Castro, which is to always help out poor countries, not with what we have left over, but what we have.
The school is an outgrowth of what's become known as Cuba's medical diplomacy. When these students graduate,
they become health ambassadors, capable of taking home the principles of Cuban values and solidarity.
This place has unusual prerequisites for med school. The students must have high school diplomas, be under 25, and come from the poorest parts of their home countries.
This assures that they are committed to return to their communities so they can make change in their own villages and neighborhoods.
Cuba doesn't ask these students to practice here because the island already has more doctors per capita than any country in the world. Cuba's own medical professionals have become a big part of the Havana government's outreach to the world. Cuban doctors are rushed to natural disasters across the globe, like last year's devastating earthquake in Haiti. where Cuba dispatched more than 600 medical workers. Over the last 20 years, exporting Cuban doctors has become part of the country's foreign policy strategy. Many Cuban doctors will, at some point in their career, go on overseas missions, most to developing countries with severe doctor shortages.
You can see all the province here. And this is
Dr. Jorge Delgado of the Cuban Health Ministry spent almost a decade practicing in Africa and now directs overseas missions.
Trabajadores de la salud, médicos, técnicos.
As of now, we have more than 350,000 healthcare personnel, doctors, technicians, nurses, and other specialists sent out to support 105 countries around the world.
Gail Reed is an American who lives in Cuba and edits the medical journal Medic.
It's a foreign policy to the extent that what can a small country do? You don't have foreign aid and big dollar sums to give, so what can you give? You have your human resources.
The medical missions have also been described as a way for Cuba to get around a negative worldview of its human rights record. Cuba's Ministry of Health describes the international medical aid as a natural outgrowth of Cuba's educated population and revolutionary vision.
Our main source of wealth is human resources. Everyone knows we are a poor country, but providing Cuban doctors to other countries grew out of the ideas of our commander-in-chief, Fidel Castro, who said we are paying our debt of humanity to our brother countries who support our revolutionary causes and who need our vast human resources.
Wewe ulikuwa unadhania Kenya hii haina madaktari? Madaktari hii Kenya wako, hata wengine hawana kazi na wamehitimu. Chiulize kwa nini wametolewa Cuba wakaja hapa. Hawa ndio wanakuja kuongoza na kutrain vile microchip itawekwa. Madaktari wawili walienda kotini ili wazuie mpango huu wa madaktari kutoka Cuba waletwe.
The High Court has declined to give orders restraining, the government from licensing Cuban doctors to practice in Kenyan clinics.
Dr. Samson Misango had filed a petition in court seeking to stop the government from licensing Cuban doctors to practice in local clinics. In the case, Dr. Misango claims there was no public participation, adding that the foreign medics were single-sourced to the disadvantage of local counterparts.
Similarly, he claims there has been no evidence that Kenya has a shortage of doctors to fill any vacancies in the public health system. Employment and Labor Relations Court Judge Byram Ongayo, said the case will be mentioned on Thursday, May 31st, to consolidate it with another matter before the same court seeking the same orders.
Kesi yao kotini, wanahabari wakasema ya kwamba hakimu ameipuuzilia mbali. Kwa nini? Hakimu naye aliona haya maji si ya boti, hii ni ya meli bwana. Kwa sababu huu sio mpango wa Kenya, sio mpango wa serikali ya Kenya. Serikali ya Kenya haina pesa ya kulipa madaktari kutoka nje. Hao wenyewe wanang'ang'ana kulipa hao walioko hapo. Hata wanashindwa. Hawana. Huu ni mpango wa Umoja wa Mataifa. Kwa hivyo hao madaktari hawatalipwa na serikali ya Kenya. Watu wa Kenya na wanasiasa msioelewa, acheni kupiga kelele. Kubalini sindano iingie mdogo mdogo, maana hamutaingoa. Huu ni mpango wa Umoja wa Mataifa na watalipwa na Umoja wa Mataifa, na lengo na kusudi ni ya microchip. Sasa ikiwa ni mpango wa Umoja wa Mataifa, hata si wa serikali yenu Kenya, ni jaji yupi atazuia Umoja wa Mataifa? Aniambieni nyinyi. Ni hakimu gani koti ya Kenya atazuia Umoja wa Mataifa? Hai, twendeni. Walisema wanataka kumaliza umaskini. Kibaki alikuja akasema elimu ya primary bure. Hao wakasema elimu ya secondary bure. Anayekuja mbele atasema kula ni kwangu na kulala ni kwangu.
It's known as a universal basic income. Sometimes it's referred to as a citizen's income. And what I'm talking about is it's when a government or an institution offers a flat cash payment to all adults and children, whether they are in or out of work. So essentially these payments replace any existing welfare system. Finland will trial this concept next year.
I'm in Finland. It's 1 year after the launch of a first-of-its-kind experiment here in the country. We're talking about universal basic income. Here's how it works. Researchers randomly selected 2,000 unemployed people between the ages of 25 and 58 from around Finland. Each month, those 2,000 people receive 560 euros, which is about 670 bucks, tax-free. What they do with the money is entirely up to them. The purpose of the experiment is to address unemployment here in Finland. The government hopes that it will encourage unemployed people to take jobs instead of being afraid of losing their unemployment benefits. So 1 year into the experiment, is it working? We went to Finland to find out. It wasn't easy finding someone who's actually receiving the free money. Researchers are keeping the names of the recipients private to try to keep the results consistent. But we did manage to find Mika Rusinen on Facebook, and he agreed to meet us at his office in Tampere, about 2 hours north of Helsinki. So, we are going to meet Mika now at his office. He's here, he's agreed to meet us during his lunch break. The fact that we're meeting him at his office is actually a promising sign. It means he has a job, so we'll see what he has to say. Hi, Mika.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you
Elizabeth.
too.
Thanks
Hi,
so much
Elizabeth.
for having us here today.
Okay, great. Excellent.
Let's
go
get
inside.
started. Cool.
Yeah.
Mika was doing an internship at an IT company where he now works full-time when he found out he was selected for Finland's basic income trial. When you first found out that you were going to be part of the trial, did you tell people or did you want to keep it secret?
When I first received the letter, I opened it. I didn't understand it at all, and so I gave it to my wife and asked about her what the heck is this.
Mika had been unemployed for 16 months before he decided to go back to school to switch career paths into IT. Do you find there's less bureaucracy than there was when you were receiving benefits for being unemployed?
Yeah, definitely, and that's the best part of the basic income, that it would mean much less bureaucracy.
The British Labour MPs are considering embracing it. Switzerland held a referendum to introduce the system in June, though that failed to get up. And now one US charity called Give Directly, is about to conduct the largest trial ever of this citizens' income idea by giving 26,000 poor rural Kenyans a universal basic income for up to 12 years. This notion of a universal basic income, why do supporters of it think it's a better way to help people alleviate poverty than a traditional welfare system?
So the difference between a basic income and a traditional welfare system is, welfare system, if you find work, typically you lose that benefit. Whereas with a basic income, you get that no matter what your income situation is.
The government spends billions of dollars on these really complicated schemes to end poverty, but the problem with poverty is not having enough money. The simplest solution when someone doesn't have enough money is to give them money. And so that's more or less the idea of universal basic income. So lots of people have supported basic income or guaranteed income or whatever you want to call it. Martin Luther King endorsed one in his last book. Milton Friedman, the libertarian economist, outlined a specific plan for one. Charles Murray, who wrote The Bell Curve, is an avid proponent. One thing that gets lost is that it really was a mainstream political idea in America. As recently as the 1970s, Richard Nixon tried to pass a guaranteed minimum income inspired by Milton Friedman, got very close to passing. George McGovern, who ran against him on a platform that included a more generous guaranteed minimum income. Jimmy Carter tried to pass a minimum income as president. But it's totally possible to end poverty. And we shouldn't act as though this is something that no one has thought up a way to fix. People have thought up a way to fix. The question is if we think it's worth it.
Well, Chinese and African scholars have met in Nairobi for the 20th One Shoe Forum. More than 50 representatives from the two countries gathered to discuss issues relating to the One Belt, One Road initiative. They also touched on ways to deepen the South-to-South cooperation. This is all in preparation for the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation due in Beijing later this year. Saturday's event was organized by the China Council for BRICS think tank cooperation and Kenya's Daystar University.
The think tank cooperation can help guide the public opinions on the South-South cooperation, because the think tank scholars and experts are the intellectual elites from all the countries, and their ideas will have a substantial
everything I've done, every thought I've had, you know everyone, and Lord, you know every time I fall, still you come to my rescue when I call, and Lord, you hear every idle word, every thoughtless deed, how it seems absurd that, Lord, you give not what I am due, but mercy. You come to my rescue. You come to my rescue. You come to my rescue. To my rescue, Lord, to my rescue, and Lord, you care. You've become my friend, amazing love, whose boundaries have no end, and Lord, you show us what a greater love can do by being there for my rescue. And Lord, I give all I can give, all of my heart, long as I shall live. So Lord, oh Lord, I just want to thank you for coming to my rescue. You come to my rescue. You come to my rescue. To my rescue. To my rescue. It's hard to tell you how I feel. It's hard to tell you just how grateful I am. But I'm still gonna make it show. With every breath, gonna let you know. You know. Accepting, though I can't comprehend how I could be worth the cost when I was bound, despised, and Lord, I give all I can give, all my heart, of my heart, long as I shall live. So Lord, oh Lord, I just want to thank you. I really want to thank you for coming to my rescue. Oh, you come to my rescue. Always, He is always there for me, and He'll be right there for you. Lord, I know I don't deserve, but you love me anyhow. Rescue, come to my rescue. Rescue. Keep on coming to my rescue. You come to my rescue. Keep on.
Before your throne, I've come to worship you and worship you alone. Here within my soul, a song begins to rise until it overflows.
You are holy. You are holy. I will lift my voice to you and sing it with the angels.
You are holy. You are holy. We will offer you our praise in a mighty chorus. You are holy. You are holy. Wonderful in all your ways. Holy, you are holy, Lord.
Pastor njoo tu. Kisha mtaambiwa watu wakae pamoja, wanajengewa manyumba, kila mtu anapewa apartment yake na kila kitu. Bora uko na microchip.
Hi, this is Karen Bracken, and I'm sitting in the Schmitz Brewery Piazza in Northern Liberties, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And what this is a huge paved piazza surrounded, encircled by 4 levels of stack and pack apartments with restaurants and businesses all below. It is your typical ideal communist city. It is your typical ideal communist city. It is your typical ideal communist city. And you can see the big Jumbotron TV there. They have entertainment here on the weekends. Last weekend, it was just marvelous. We had a naked bike ride come through here. They all got off their bikes, stark raving naked, and walked all around amongst patrons and children. Cops didn't do a darn thing. This is the kind of society that we're breeding, where naked people can just, and I'm talking about hundreds of them, and people here were absolutely appalled, but nothing was done to stop what they were doing. It was really a disgusting display. And you know why they were doing this? To push more people to ride on bicycles and not use cars. This whole entire city is becoming Agenda 21 personified. What the people don't understand is that the more and more you pack these people into a limited space, the more congestion, everything that we moved away from the city to avoid, crime especially, will be greatly increased. Use common sense, people. Look at the crime rates of all the big cities where people are crammed, poor, rich, all crammed in together. This is the plan, is for the people that get up and work every day to pay for the people that don't. Mix them all together, and we all get lumped into one big tax base. Problem is, the only people paying taxes are the people that go to work every day. What happens when all the government subsidies stop for all these programs? The taxpayer is going to have to pay to keep them up. So basically, taxes are going to go sky high. We will eventually be like England, paying 75% of our income to taxes. Again, I can see us going the way of Europe. People work, pay out all their money to the government, and the government tells you where you're going to work, how much you're going to get paid. All those doctors that are making a lot of money today, they're going to be making a lot of money in the future. They'll be paid what they're told to be paid by the government. So this is a bad deal. People need to wake up and understand what's happening here. It's Agenda 21, which is all about control and inventory. Inventory and control. They want to get you all into one little group so they can monitor everything you do and say. Sounds like a devious plot, but it can be proven. All you have to do is do your research. Start out looking at YouTube, Agenda 21 for Dummies, Agenda 21 for Public Officials, and start reading, because it's real and it's been hidden from the citizens of the United States for 20 years now. But because it's becoming so apparent what they're doing to us, people are now standing up and fighting back. And you all need to educate yourself and get in the fight too. If you want freedom for your children and your grandchildren, get in the fight. Because if you don't, you will leave a world to your children that is a world unlike your wildest dreams. Pick up a little book called The Ideal Communist City. This is it. And it failed, and it's going to fail here too. And it'll leave our cities in total poverty.
The site of the proposed development is over 1,000 hectares. The site is situated directly in the path of a growing urban development extending northwards from Nairobi. Part of the land to be developed is currently a producing coffee farm, and coffee production will continue during development of Tatu City. In fact, planners have insisted on maintaining respect for the coffee farming heritage, as evidenced in the attention shown to the environment planning and design. The vision for Tatu City is the creation of a world-class mixed-use new city located within Greater Nairobi, East Africa's new economic hub. Tatu City will be a dynamic mixed-use environment that will be home to an estimated 62,000 residents who will have the opportunity to live, work and play within their community, as well as up to 23,000 day visitors. The development will result in a new decentralized focus area to the north of Nairobi. Tatu City will be a planned nodal development focused on the work-live-play concept, providing a comprehensive mix of land uses to cater for all the needs of its residents and visitors. This will include residential developments, retail, commercial, tourism, social facilities and recreation. This will be the first holistic lifestyle city planned in Africa. This will be the first holistic lifestyle city planned in Africa. This will be the first holistic lifestyle city planned in Africa on world-class urban design principles that ensure optimal use of land. The development will create new, high-profile international investment opportunities within the Nairobi metro region, thereby firmly entrenching Nairobi as a global player and international investment destination. The vision stipulated that Tatu must embody these values. And the planning and design approach is based on these principles.
Now, the changes within the Jubilee Party are such that they're set to affect each and every Kenyan, whether or not you're a member of the Jubilee Party. Just like in the old days, KANU was Mama na Baba. And you know why people used to say KANU was Mama na Baba? Because whether you supported KANU or not, whether you are sympathetic to KANU or not, as long as you're in Kenya, the policies of this KANU party affected you greatly. But now, courtesy of the latest changes within the Jubilee Party, Jubilee is going to be much more than just Mama na Baba. Yeah, let me explain. It is no secret that Jubilee Party officials have been making very regular visits to China. It is no secret that Jubilee has been very, very closely cooperating with the Chinese government on a number of things, including, wait for this one, party structure of the Jubilee Party. Now recently, some very senior Jubilee Party officials have just come out of a major training by officials of the Chinese ruling party, the CPC, and now all is left is for them to implement, to implement the Chinese communist system, to implement the draconian, Chinese system into Kenya. That's really what it is.
Bora ukubali microchip kwa sababu haja ya Umoja wa Mataifa yaani Vision 2030 ni kumaliza umaskini. Wameanza. Kweli nilisikia kitu kama hiyo kwamba kuna nyumba zinajengwa na serikali. Nyumba ngapi? Ala, mshahara zijengwe. Sasa tunaenda wapi? Si hapo. Hilo ni neno la kiunabii. Sasa watu wataponaje jameni? Ameambiwa kula ni bure na kulala ni bure, nyumba ya stima tena ni ya jiwe, tena iko na security na maguards na haulipi wewe. Tukitoka hapo the next utaambiwa hakuna haja ya kufanya kazi, kazi yako ni kula tu na kuenda supermarket, bora uko na microchip, rokota kila kitu unataka uende ukapike. Vision 2030 hiyo. Hakuna kufanya kazi. Nani atakuwa na kufanyia kazi? Robots. Mapepo.
Hello, this robot will be your server today. At the robot-themed restaurant in southern India, a team of rolling robots will bring your food and drinks right to your table. They'll even take away the dirty dishes. While service robots are not new, some imaginative people are finding all kinds of new uses for them.
And we tried out different theme restaurants, designs and all that. And later on we finally decided that we could do something different which is not there in India. That is when we decided on the robot theme restaurant, when we could bring robots to actually bring the food. I have seen these in a lot of abroad countries. So that is when we decided, okay, why not bring it to India.
Inside the restaurant, customers order food using phone tablets at the table, and when the meal is ready, a robot delivers it on a tray. Customers say the service is exciting.
We didn't expect such quick delivery and all that. It is very quick and they're very interactive, and we are enjoying along with the robots.
And with such delightful service staff, photos and selfies surely are also on the menu.
Get sexy.
Okay then, I think I'm ready for some stuff.
So inside of her head she has a processor, and she has a controller, and she has a speech module so she can hear you and she can also feel you.
Lovely.
Touching the hands.
Thank you for spending time with me.
She likes the hands being touched. Like if you go straight to here in the beginning, she won't like that so much. The mouth, the female genitals here, the breasts.
A machine that will be able to behave or to think and react like a human being. The processor interprets and makes her think, or gives her a state of mind as to how she should react.
The AI that you've made,
Yeah.
why did you choose to put it in a sex doll?
Dolls like this, you can only buy in the sex industry. So there's already demand, so people already want dolls like this. They will fall in love with her.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, I don't think.
No.
That will happen.
Because it's happening already. And humans like it.
In my opinion, it's if you fall in love with something, you feel it, doesn't matter what other people think. Love is love.
How are you? Hello, I'm Mark 1. Today very happy to talk to you.
Look at that.
Look it down.
Marwan, you are very beautiful.
Thank you.
Marwan, you are so cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Marwan, look at left.
Look at left.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And welcome to see me.
Marwan, what do you think in future?
I think robotics is a new manufacturing. And it can help people to do some high-risk work and go to top of the mountain and deep ocean to realize our world adventure.
Ndio yatakuwa nafanya kazi kwa makampuni, yakifanya production ya kila kitu, ndio yataendesha matinga, yachimbe saruji, yachimbe mafuta, kila kitu. Wewe kaa nyumbani, wewe unaenda ukirokota tu kila. Anayekulipia robot. Na pia ukisikia kwamba mabibi wamekuletea too much, no, Samantha.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, the true name of Heavenly Father, and His Son Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, and who we do indeed worship in fear and reverence. And I also want to salute you brothers out there pushing the name of the Lord, enduring the fiery tribulations unto the end, and double honors to the apostles of GMS that has woken us up to this truth, you know, and have given us this knowledge through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashum Yahushai. And welcome to the first installment, the first series of GMS News at Work. Now, the reason why it is called GMS News at Work is because right now I am at work, you know. I am at work basically, and you know, basically I work third shifts. You know, so pretty much, you know, there's plenty of time for me to do videos at this time, you know. And you know, pretty much, man, this is the time now to never, you know, to go even harder for this truth. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and I'm reading this article here. It says, sex robot brothels gaining popularity in Europe. Okay, so basically, sex robots, as you brothers may know, is a part of Esau's human depopulation agenda, because the so-called elites, they have an agenda to depopulate the earth. And currently there is, I would like to say, 7-point-something billion people upon this planet right now. And one way they can achieve a human depopulation agenda is if they can get the man to put his semen inside of anything other than a woman's vagina. Because how would you repopulate a planet? I mean, how would you repopulate a planet by if a man takes his rod and puts it inside of a woman's vagina, and he basically nuts inside of her and gets her pregnant. Okay? So, you know, basically that's what their whole agenda is about. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this article. It says the world's first sex robot Bathol is currently in talks to expand globally, while an Australian Bathol, it says, has claimed that its own sex doll is now more popular with clients than real women. You know, and really this is the so-called elite's idea, okay? Remember, like it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And these so-called elites, they have control of all these planets. I mean, they have control, not planets, so excuse me. What I meant to say is they have control of all these countries, okay? You got an elite controlling Japan. You got an elite controlling China. You got a so-called elite controlling America. You got a so-called elite controlling Europe. You got a so-called elite controlling Russia, Australia, Antarctica, and so forth. You know, all these countries are under their control. So whatever they want to happen, that's what their puppet leaders have to put out there. You know. So really, this is the idea and the doings of the so-called elites, okay, which are so-called white people. And like I said, the human depopulation agenda is all about getting the man to put his semen inside of anything other than a woman's vagina, okay? What do you think homosexuality is all about? Getting the man to put his rod inside of a butthole of an actual person, okay? And instead of, you know, the man putting his rod inside of a woman's vagina. This is the book of Isaiah 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, who knoweth us? Okay? And that's what they do, you know, because ultimately, you know, these so-called elites, they try to hide their agenda. They try to hide the fact that they're trying to depopulate the world's population. They're trying to hide it, man, and they're trying to hide it under the guise of they're trying to hide it under the guise of, you know, oh well, this robot is popular and, well, you don't have to go out and look for a real woman, and it's much cheaper, you know. You ain't got to buy a car for this robot, and blah blah blah, you know. I mean, that's how they try to make these sex dolls seem. They try to make them seem very convenient, so more people can buy into it, man. Okay, so verse 16. Surely a turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So the key point there that I wanted to bring out is, surely a turning of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. Because this devil, he has everything upside down in this kingdom. I mean, literally, everything is upside down. Okay? Everything is upside down in this kingdom. And you know, having sex dolls out there for men to pop and release their semen in, that's upside down, man. Because the right thing for a man to do would be to put his semen inside of a woman's vagina. Let's clarify that. Not inside of a woman's asshole, inside of a woman's vagina. Okay? There's a reason why the Lord created a woman. Okay, she's called a woman because her vagina is a womb. It was created for a man's rod to penetrate. Okay, but with that, you know, Lord's will, this video was very informational. It kept you brothers informed, and it was edifying. Until then, I say shalom to the elect.
Ninajua wahubiri wameharibu sana moyo wako kwa mahubiri ya kukutazamisha sana ulimwengu. Wamekuambia kutokuwa na mtoto ni mkosi. Mimi nasema simama tukaimbe paradiso. Biblia inasema jicho likikukosesha